Yes.
Food is my comfort, it's my saving grace, and it fulfills me in ways that sometimes love doesn't. Another day on Get It Girl.
On today's Girl Talk, we'll talk about something we all need, food.
And we'll be joined by the Hola Mexico Film Festival curator, Diana Luna, to talk about Latino representation in film.
As you can see, we have a pretty fun show today, so don't get anywhere because Get It Girl is about to start. You might hate it or you might love it, but one thing is certain, we all need it to survive. And no, I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about food. Ladies, what is your relationship with food?
First off, food is love.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
Can we start there? Because
Let's do it. Let's start right there.
Yeah.
When you got a good pasta going, ooh, I've never been so in love before.
With the garlic bread, extra garlic, extra cheese.
See, I'm not a garlic person. I will say that. I'm not a garlic person, but I love noodles. Anything with noodles in it.
Okay.
I don't care what kind it is, just noodles. Like, there was, I think, a movie where she's like, all I want to do is just be in a pool of noodles. That's me.
Yes.
That's totally me. I love food. Yes.
Food is my comfort, it's my saving grace, and it fulfills me in ways that sometimes love doesn't.
You know what's crazy? If I'm heartbroken, I don't know that I want to be, but I know a lot of people, go to food, it cuts my appetite. If I'm sad, if I'm depressed, or if I'm stressed,
Same.
My appetite is instantly cut.
Yeah, no, I can't relate. I just definitely probably scarf down way more food than usual.
I'm a snacker too. I love snacks. Like, I'm constantly eating, and that is one thing I have such a relationship with food. I'm also adventurous when it comes to food. I know people that won't try new things.
Have you eaten grasshoppers?
Yes.
No.
Wait, what do they taste like?
Nothing really. They taste like almost like sunflower seeds if they're done right. They're just crunchy and nutty, but they don't taste like.
Doesn't that mean you also eat like the feces inside it? Okay. Anyways, let's go back to food. I have a question. Are you guys savory or sweet type people, or spicy?
Never spicy.
I love spicy.
Always savory,
above.
always sweet. I love sweet and savory, so that's why I'm always going with
So if I had to choose between a steak or a chocolate cake, what are you gonna do?
chocolate cake.
Steak.
Okay, I would do steak too.
Steak.
Chocolate cake all the
I'm the
way.
nicest T-Rex you'll ever meet. Nicest T-Rex you'll ever meet. I love a good steak. My thing is, if I'm craving it, I will drive to go get good food. I've driven 2 hours the most when I'm really craving something, 2 hours to go have something specific. Because my attitude is, obviously, if it's my last meal, I want it to be worth it.
Wow.
I, on my Instagram, have saved folders by the state of restaurants I want to try when I'm at that state. I think it's really smart.
I think it's very smart, actually. Wait, so what do you feel is your favorite food to eat with your family? Or what do you eat the most with your family?
With my family, it's Venezuelan food, hands down. The moment I get to my mom's house, I'm not a breakfast person, but she's like, you're having sopa antica, which is like an egg soup with like potatoes in the morning, and you have an arepita, and then for lunch you're having like arepa rellena with other stuff and stuff like that. So it's always that, and she makes like different types of chicken. So a lot of chicken in my house. But
What about you?
Lord. Well, to be honest, although I'm Puerto Rican, I feel like I eat a lot of Japanese food with my family. We all love sushi and like teriyaki chicken, sticky rice. Like, that brings us together more than anything.
But they make it?
No, they never make it.
I was like, dang girl, I gotta go to your house.
Right,
I was like, I want to have sushi at your house.
See, I'm from Jersey, and honestly, the best sushi I've ever had is in Jersey, still to this day. After all the places I've tried here, even in LA, Jersey's the spot.
I don't know.
I feel like we need to take you out to eat.
We had this conversation back in the room.
Yes.
We gotta take you out to eat, and then you can tell us.
You know, with me, my family's so diverse. My mom's Native American, my dad is from Mexico, but my dad doesn't cook. So I'm not having Mexican food with my dad. I have it more with my familia. But for us is we love to go out and eat as a family. And like when we eat at home, it just varies. It depends on what my mom wants to cook. But for me and my mom, what brings us together is there used to be these cupcakes. They're called Hostess cupcakes, and they were like orange flavored. I would have the top of one, and she'd have the top of the other, and that brought us together. Or we'd go out for tea, my mom and I. So I think it just depends, but for us, it's coffee. That brings my family together. Like my tias, all of us over a cup of coffee or a good shot of tequila.
Wow. Okay. Oh, wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, growing up in Venezuela, I don't know if this is like normal for other people, but in the front of my grandma's house, she used to have this huge like witch pot. And she used to make sancocho. And when I tell you it was a witch pot, like it was like this big. And then everybody, because she lived on a hill, everybody on that hill would come out and know that like they could get a bowl. So we used to do that growing up a lot.
And this was where?
Venezuela.
In Venezuela. That's incredible. We also make a sancocho. Like, it's kind of like the hangover food, too. And
ours is menudo.
Yeah, it's yams, it's potato, it's beef, it's chicken.
So whatever's left in your fridge, you put it in there. Somehow it tastes good.
Yes.
See, for me, I love menudo, and I have such a variety of flavors of menudo. But I have a tia, that same thing. It was big quinceañera, funeral, wedding, didn't matter. Big party was at her house, a big bowl of menudo was at her place. But what's funny is when I go to Guadalajara to go have menudo with my family, there's no hominy in theirs. So it's so different. It's like learning, like, oh, este está diferente, but riquísimo. Like, yeah. Oh, I love food.
Wait, so we're all women here.
Yes.
So what is your guilty pleasure in the time of the month when you're like really emotional?
That's hard. Lo que se me antoja. I want to say Chinese food.
Mine is Thai or Chinese too.
Yeah, Chinese food.
Yeah.
Greasy, salty. Yeah.
I don't know about greasy. I don't want to know.
Chinese food?
But I'm not like the type of person that, you know, like when the burgers like drip with grease,
Oh, God,
I can't eat that. It like makes me
I love
nauseous.
that. What?
Oh, I can't do
I think
that.
honestly, I feel like I crave Monty's, like a chocolate shake. I crave soul food, actually.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want like pancakes. I want fried chicken.
I also love a Happy Meal.
Interesting.
From McDonald's, a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Ooh, and I get an extra cheesburger for it. It's fantastic.
Have you guys tried the sweetie meal? Or like the J Balvin meal or any of those meals?
I can't try the sweetie meal because honestly, she knows how to put foods together. Wait, do you guys think you have a really good relationship with food, like a healthy relationship with food?
Yeah, because I have no guilt when it comes to food. There's so many women I speak to, they're like, oh, after I ate this, I just felt so guilty. And for me, I have no guilt. I grew up with that relationship where it's, your last meal should not be a salad. It should be something you love, your last meal, unless you really love a salad. But it shouldn't be like just this. Girl, I have a dozen cookies. I make myself sugar cookies. I have the whole dozen. I love food.
Wow.
Yeah, I love food, but I definitely have to watch what I eat. Because if not, I'm just gonna roll out of here and health problems will come, I know, because it runs in my family. So I definitely like to indulge, but I'm not a sweet person. I'm more salty, but even with that, I have to be careful with it. But I think everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. That's the biggest thing I've learned even with diets, is that the best eating is when you're just mindful and you eat whatever you want, but portion size.
We're running out of time, but we'll be back on Get It Girl with Diana Luna.